please, please. Shh. Welcome to Knowing Me, Knowing You. Knowing me, Alan Partridge. Knowing you, the audience. Here in the studio, or you, the listener at home, in the car, or somewhere else, but with a radio. Those of you who know me from the world of sport will know that I like having a bit of a chat with brawny men on the rugby field and having a bit of a chat with the soft, fair, waif-like, moist creatures who you find in ladies' sports. Please don't write in saying that's sexist. It's not. So, what better place to continue that chat than here on a chat show, my own show. My first guest, he's one of the world's great heavyweights, not in the boxing sense, he's 67. But intellectually speaking, he's a novelist. His new novel, The Soul of Time, weighs in at nearly 8 pounds, 950,000 words of thick, dense type, all telling a story about, well, let's get the potted version from the man of letters himself. Dip thy quill and clappeth loud for Britain's greatest living novelist, Lawrence Camley. Knowing me, Alan Partridge. Knowing you, Lawrence Camley. Aha. Welcome. Glad to have you on the show. Now, I've got to say, first reaction to your book. Don't drop it on me foot.
Yes, it is a heavy book, but if I may be so bold, there are, of course, certain literary precedents. One thinks of Proust's La Recherche Pompidou, Dante's Divina Commedia, Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, which I'm reliably informed could cripple one. Maybe that's what happened to Lord Byron.
Why? What happened to him?
He had a clubbed foot.
Right. The Soul of Time. That's the name of your book. It sounds a bit deep, is it?
Well, it is a serious novel. I deal with the great contemporary themes, but I like to think there are one or two jokes in it as well.
Oh, great. Go on, tell us a joke. I'd like to start the show with a joke. It's always great to get it off on the...
See, I've got myself in sticky mud already. They're not jokes in the traditional knock-knock sense. They're more comic vignettes woven into the general fabric and architecture of the novel.
It's more funny peculiar than funny ha-ha, then, isn't it? What I want to ask you is, and this is a question I've been dying to ask you, if you were stuck in a lift, what one book would you have with you?
Well, I would actually choose, for sheer bloody-minded entertainment value, I would be stuck in a lift with The Hound of the Baskervilles.
But I don't believe Sherlock Holmes. Now you're making sense. I am his number one fan. I've read all his books.
Yes, I've read them.
I've read all of them. Have you read all of them?
Probably not all of them.
I've read all of them. Love Sherlock Holmes. Got all his books, leather-bound. What I thought was great about Sherlock Holmes was that not only was he a super sleuth, he was also a hard worker, because not only did he go out and solve the crimes, he came home and wrote it all down. Fantastic. That's why I admire him.
Yes. I've always thought it was a shame that Conan Doyle had to kill him off.
Yeah, I think you'll find it was Moriarty that killed him.
Yes, I know, but ultimately, of course, it was Conan Doyle.
No, it was Moriarty. It was definitely...
Yes, I know. In the books, it was Moriarty, but, of course, the ultimate responsibility was Conan Doyle's.
Yeah, hang on. As far as I know, Moriarty acted alone. Or did he? This is interesting. You think that there was some sort of conspiracy involving this shadowy Doyle figure. All right, OK, fair enough. Who solved all the cases?
Sherlock Holmes.
Exactly.
Yes, but the cases were fictional too. It's all make-believe.
All right, who lived on Baker Street?
I don't know.
Moriarty?
No.
Did the Doyle live there?
The Doyle is the Irish Parliament.
The Irish Parliament? This conspiracy's getting bigger. You can't trust anyone these days. You've got the Doyle, Moriarty, the Irish Parliament. On that bombshell.
No.
I think we'll move on.
I'm sorry, Alan. I'd like to let this go, but I really can't. Sherlock Holmes did not exist.
He did.
Look, if he had existed, how would he have been able to describe in intimate detail the circumstances of his own death?
The Nobel Prize for Literature. You never won it. What went wrong?
You are an extraordinary man, Mr. Partridge. I am an artist, and I don't write for prizes or acknowledgement. I write to satisfy my muse.
It's a big fish. Your net's full of holes.
All nets are full of holes.
Granted, but your holes are too big to catch the Nobel Peace Prize fish of literature. This cleverness thing, I want to get to the bottom of this. Being clever. Do you know what? I reckon that we could ask you any question and you'd know the answer.
I am not a puppet.
Let's just try that. I reckon if we went to the audience, got them to ask you a question, you'd know the answer.
I will not take part in this ridiculous charade.
He's a bit modest. I'm just going into the audience here. So, what question do you want to ask?
What is the capital of Kenya?
Good question. What's the capital of Kenya? Do you know the answer?
I have already told you I refuse to participate in this ridiculous charade.
Fair enough, but it's not the answer. What's the capital? Come on.
I know the answer. I am not going
to tell
you.
Know.
I do know the answer. I do know the answer.
What's the answer?
It's bloody Nairobi.
Well done. I really fantastic. Big hand. Once more. There he is. You know, he could get a lot of work on the conference circuit doing clever stuff like that. Listen, that's all we've got time for. We've got another question about your dog here, but there's no time for that.
No
so, another big round of applause for Lawrence Camley, a clever man. Now, my next guest is a woman who first stamped her feet with the women's movement 18 years ago. Her book, Livid Doll, was read by angry and irritable women alike. Since then, she's written for journals as varied as Woman's Own and the Radio Times. And now she hosts the hugely popular therapy show Problem People on cable TV. Please welcome the intelligent and not unattractive Ali Tennant. Hello, Ali. I've just come out to meet you here for the listeners. Now, listen, you've got something very special for us today, haven't you?
I've actually got two very special people with me. They are Linda and Peter.
Hi, Linda and Peter.
And they're two people who are currently working with me on my therapy show, Problem People on cable TV.
Right, so these are two of the disturbed people that you...
No. They're not, it's very important, they're not disturbed people. They're normal people with normal problems.
Right, so if anyone's concerned, these two are just a bit harmless. Right. Okay. Right, so what are you going to do with them?
Well, I'm going to just do a brief demonstration of the kind of therapy that we work on.
Good, you got your plug in there. I'll leave it in your capable hands, Ali Tennant and the two disturbed people.
Okay. Hello, Linda.
Hello.
Hello, Peter.
Hi.
Now, we've been working together on my 3-point therapy plan, and I'll just run through that very quickly. The 3 points are the birthing of the emotions, the dialoguing about those emotions, and finally pledging towards a better future. So let's begin with birthing. Linda, would you like to birth your emotions, please?
Yeah, anger, frustration, jealousy, loathing, bitterness, deep resentment and hate.
Bit of inner turmoil?
Yeah, inner turmoil, Inner turmoil, yeah.
Thank you very much and well done. Peter, would you birth your emotions, please?
Yeah, it's the same, really. But no loathing.
Thank you, Peter, and well done. Phase 3, Linda, sex with Peter.
Well, I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? I mean, it's just not happening. I mean, it hasn't been happening for a very long time.
Well done. Peter, sex with Linda?
Well, it's not happening for me either, is it?
Well, I mean, that's because you're never there.
What do you mean I'm never there? I
Can
sleep
I
in the
just say
bed with
something
you?
that he often comes back smelling of dog?
Oh, come on, don't start with the dog again. Every time
Okay, end of dialogue. Very good, well done. We've reached pledging time.
You've got about a minute.
Okay. Thank you. All right, Peter, we're going to start with your pledge. I'd like you to say, in front of all these people here and all the people who are listening at home, that's about 13 million people rooting for you, okay? I want you to say, I pledge to spend more time with Linda and more time with baby Sam.
Samuel.
Whatever, okay? And that is my pledge. Will you say that now,
Yeah.
please?
I pledge to spend more time with Linda and with Samuel.
And that is my pledge.
That is my pledge.
Well done, Peter. Well done. Marvellous. Well done. Okay, we're nearly at a resolve. Linda, it's your turn to pledge. I want you to pledge now. I pledge to spend more time with myself and to take a lover to ease my frustration.
Hold on.
Okay?
Hold on a moment.
No, we're not dialoguing.
No, I don't think...
I pledge
Peter.
I pledge to spend more time with myself and to take a lover to
No,
ease my
I don't think
frustration.
this is
This
exactly
is my
it.
pledge.
Hold
Well
the
done,
pledge.
Linda. That's marvellous. Well done. Well done, Linda. That's brilliant.
Great stuff. Hang on. I'm just coming over to meet them now. That was absolutely fabulous. Thanks, you two, for doing your pledging and stuff. I hope you're not so disturbed anymore. Let's say goodbye to you. And hello to Ali Tennant. Please, come and take a seat. Come and sit down. Just sit there. Right. Sit down. Now, Ali. Was that good therapy or balmy old cack?
Well, what... I'll leave it for you to decide, really. I mean, your audience saw it work, so...
Right, and you got a pretty successful success rate.
Very successful. There are people queuing up for the cable TV show, which I think is incredibly brave
Absolutely
of them.
fantastic. Well, I've got... let me give you a little problem.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, take a hypothetical situation. You've got a bloke in his mid-30s, got a good job, maybe in the papers, maybe in the media, who knows. And he's got a problem at home with his wife. He's doing quite well. He's got a nice house, nice furniture, world of leather sofa, nice car, electric windows, power steering,
Okay, yeah.
central locking. Now, he thinks, he's not quite sure, but he thinks his wife's having an affair. Where's the problem?
With him.
Right.
Frankly, he's clearly paying too much attention to his material possessions. I mean, God help us, his world of leather sofa even.
Well, they're actually quite comfortable sofas.
Well, whatever, but you see the point, and
Yes,
the point you were
just an
obviously
example.
trying to make. And I don't blame her. I really don't blame her.
You say it's all his fault, but let's try and paint the picture more clearly. Let's say she never talks to him. She's always going out to fitness twice a day, every day.
Right.
Why does she do it?
Well, in the dialoguing phase, what we do is we'd explore why she's going out quite that frequently. And as you saw there, we give equal weight to each partner. So what would happen is that she would say, I resent you spending all your time waxing your car, whatever.
Yeah.
He'd say, I resent you going out to fitness
Fair
3
enough.
times a
But
day.
if this man's in the media, his car's got to look good. If he's got a...
Yeah, well, I mean, the car is obviously just an
no,
example.
Yeah, but I mean, if the car was maroon, say, that looks terrible when it's dirty.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we're sort of...
As an
We're
example.
getting off the point
Yeah,
a
it's
bit,
just an example.
Alan. I mean, that really is the basic point. We need to just air those problems, as we
Right.
did there.
Now, tell me about sex. I mean,
Well, of course, 99% of the problems that I deal with are sexually related. Clearly, that's the case, even if they don't appear to be on the surface.
so sort it out downstairs, then sort it out upstairs. That's the kind of... So crystallise
That's
it.
a way of putting it, yeah.
Right, fine.
Right. If the woman in question is frequently denying sex, then clearly there's an emotion behind that, and that emotion is anger. And clearly there's an emotion coming from the man, and that emotion is fear of castration.
No. No, it's not.
Well,
It's not that, no.
no, that's a very, again, it's an extreme way of putting it, but it's basically impotence, fear of impotence, fear of castration.
No, it's not. Now, let's move on. You've said your stuff. You've got a leaflet, got the helpline, pens, all that. Now, I'd say I'm normal. Me, Alan Partridge, normal.
Good.
You, Ali Tennant, bit strange. I read a bit in your book that was highlighted in yellow by a researcher for me that you're quite into female orgasms. You like them, don't you?
Well, don't you?
Yes. But I mean, I'm quite curious as a man. What the female orgasm? What is it? I mean, I don't mean what is it. I don't mean what. I mean, how does it manifest itself? When you hear when it's what is it?
What's a female orgasm?
Yes.
It's a very good question, actually, and the answer that I would give you is, what's a male orgasm? Describe what happens when you achieve an orgasm.
No,
I'm serious,
no,
honestly,
I don't think so.
really.
No.
Because it's very important. Just describe the process.
No. Okay,
No,
well,
there's no comparison, it's
okay,
just
let's
a
leave it
hatchet
there.
knife.
It's
And he's a
over.
spreader.
Leave it. A
He
great lady
distributes-
or a mad old trout? You decide. Ali Harris. Ali Tennant. Ali Tennant. Sorry, Ali, for getting your name wrong at the end. Ali Tennant, not Ali Harris. Getting names confused there, but I hadn't heard of you before tonight. Now, let's move on. What I want you to do, by the way, is just go and move over to the other comfy chair.
Fine.
I'm going to bring on my next guest. What I want you to do is obviously keep quiet for a bit. And then when I've got going, chatting to my next guest, please feel free to chip in. Now, my next guest is a man who first made his name back in the 60s. He was voted Carnaby Street's Mr. Boutique of 1969. He knew all the pop stars. He was at all the parties. Whenever David Bailey was seen with a beautiful woman, you can bet that my next guest had been there first. These days, his retail empire is enormous. No high street is complete without its branch of wishing wells. And I wish him well. Super green, super sexy, eco-friendly and bloomin' rich. Here he is, Adam Wells. The end of his mic's come off there. Adam Wells, welcome to the show.
Cheers. It's a pleasure.
Money. Must be funny in a rich man's world. You're here to launch your new drink, your new vegetable drink.
Vegina. That's
Vegina.
right.
It's made from vegetable. It's a fizzy vegetable drink.
A fizzy vegetable drink in an edible can.
That's fantastic.
It's
Now,
going to be in the shops from next week. Go out, kids, and buy millions.
all right.
Buy them in buckets.
Right. Now, back in the 60s,
Yeah.
that's when it all happened. Everyone was partying all night long, all day long. Wasn't it a great time? What was it all about, the 60s?
It was great. Well,
Those parties.
Ali and I knew each other then, of
Did you?
course.
Very well, yeah.
We didn't notice you at any of the parties, Alan.
No, well, my 60s were in Norwich, really. We kind of called it naughty Norwich, you know. We had a great time, just partying all day long, all night long. I remember during one summer, hot summer, for about 3 weeks, just had barbecues non-stop all the day long. Amazing.
Sounds incredible.
Crazy.
It sounds fabulous.
Yeah. Suppose you were having orgies, were you?
I was actually, yeah. Oh, I mean, we all were. I mean,
It was.
Did you
it was
go
the
to-
thing to do.
You went to an orgy.
I went to many. Yes.
What,
they were mixed.
How did you start? How did you have an orgy then? What did you do?
Fairly self-explanatory. I
Well,
think.
come on, it was 25 years ago. I can't remember the
Well, you must be
actual
able to
mechanics,
try and remember.
blow by
Try and
blow.
remember.
I can't remember.
I remember. Like, did you ever see did you ever see two girls kissing?
Yeah, all the time. It was very free and easy.
Did you ever kiss a bloke?
No.
Well, anyway, before you made your name with your veggie shoes, you had a hit with your first wife, Eve.
Yeah.
Adam and Eve with that novelty hit.
Yeah, I don't...
Remember what it was called?
Oh, yeah. The Smiling Bicycle of Amsterdam.
The Smiling Bicycle of Amsterdam. Well, we've got a bit of a surprise for you because we're going to play that record that reached number
Don't embarrass
23
me.
in the charts.
Oh, no.
24 years ago. Let's hear it.
I haven't heard it for years.
Listen to this.
Don't take a bus.
Don't take a tram.
You're my girl and happy I am.
You're my babe, it's a real one, bam.
On the Smiling Bicycle of Amsterdam.
Tickets, please.
One more pixie.
Fantastic. Well, give a round of applause.
Oh, God. That
Certainly,
is just so...
certainly brings back memories for me.
You are a naughty man. That is just so embarrassing.
Yeah.
So embarrassing.
I know, but let me just say thanks once again for bringing that copy in. We couldn't find it anywhere. Thanks a lot for that. That was then. This is now.
Is it?
Now, yes. Now, Wishing Wells, there's a Wishing Well on every street. Adam Wells shop, Wishing Wells, nice link with your name there, on every street. What's the concept behind it? Because it's a very different from normal shops, isn't it? It's very sort of different.
It is very different. I invented the slogan for Wishing Wells back in 71. At the time I had a boutique on the King's Road called Flair. And in 71 I thought, now I'm going to branch out. And I came up with a slogan which was, no tree has died, no child has cried, to make the product that you have buyed. And that slogan, that ethos still holds true today. The whole thing about the shop was that we wanted to, like, sell cheap ethnic clobber to the masses, but made in Britain.
Right. So they can buy it and not feel guilty.
That's right.
I don't go in there so often. I'm more a kind of Argos Ward of Leather man myself. Now,
you like sitting on a dead cow at home, do you?
as long as they've cut the head off. That'd get in the way, be flopping about. Yeah. Now, I'll tell you what else I bought. I bought one of those African masks.
Oh, they're terrific.
It was quite it was last Halloween. I had a bit of a joke with it. You'll like this, Ali. My son and daughter had come home late. They've been out clubbing with their friends, and Denise and Fernando came in. And, they walked into the living room with their friends. I think they wanted to watch a video or something. And I hid behind the curtains with the African mask on.
No.
And when they came in and turned the light, I jumped out and said, "Hooga booga looga, I'm a big cannibal. I'm going to boil you in a pot and eat you."
I bet they love that.
No, they found it very offensive. Said it was racist.
Yeah, well, that's the Looney Tune left. You know, you've hit on my Achilles bugbear there.
Yes. You're very different, aren't you?
I am different.
Did you study at university or?
You should know, that I was educated at the University
of
Life.
Yeah. So was I.
And that's the best place. And I graduated with flying honours. I'm the warden of that university. I'm the rector. I'm the dean.
Well, I'm there as well.
Ali, were you there?
I feel terribly left out, actually. No, I was at Keele, but I think I'm probably doing a postgraduate course.
What are O-levels? They're just bits of toilet paper. What are A-levels? They're just bits of luxury toilet
paper.
Point.
Well, I agree with you in a way there. I mean, I've got O-levels and a couple of A-levels, but, maybe they're just bits of paper that you have framed in your office on either side of the... I've got 6 O-levels, got 4 Bs and 2 Cs, and got 7 because I got a D in French, but I retook that and got a B, so that's 7. And got 2 A-levels. I took French and art and general studies, but I dropped French because it was too much. But I ended up with a C in art, and B in general studies, which of course quite pleased about.
Right. Yeah. Thanks for letting us know that, Alan. Let's give him a round of applause there.
All right.
Sorry.
No,
I'm sorry, I was out of order. I know, it's your show, you're the boss.
No, that's all right. You can say that.
It's just impressive.
Your new drink, Veginut. The advert's been banned.
The new vegetable drink, Veginut, yes, there has been problems with the Advertising Standards Authority. Again, loony, toony left, students, feminist women, whatever, whoever they are, God knows. Right. But these people really just get on my breasts. I mean, they are just...
Let's see what the fuss is about.
Let's hear the advert, and then this is the banned advert...
That you won't be hearing.
For the Veginut drink.
My show, shh.
Veginut.
Carlos Dawson, 42.
Veginut.
Heart attack.
Veginut.
Mary Armstrong, 33.
Veginut.
Knocked down by a car.
Veginut.
Jerry Davis, 62.
Veginut.
Kidney disease.
Veginut.
Paula Wills, 5.
Veginut.
Never found.
Veginut.
Maureen Hadley, 87.
Veginut.
Battered.
Veginut. For life.
Not death.
Now, what is the problem?
That's terrible.
It's a disgrace.
The DTI are investigating you at the moment. Might as well mention that.
Why not? Why not chuck that in?
Your sweatshops in Thailand.
They are not sweatshops. They are not sweatshops. They
Well,
are factories.
Factories with 11-year-old boys working 18-hour days.
Hold on. Let's just get something very, very, very clear here.
All right.
In Thailand, an 11-year-old boy is considered, in their culture, to be a man. So when I employ an 11-year-old boy, he is in fact a man. I am employing 11-year-old
Well, that's
men.
not the way Amnesty sees it, clearly. I mean, the Amnesty report was absolutely clear.
Well, who
cut
are
on this.
Amnesty?
No, there is a good point here, actually. Who is Amnesty?
I'll tell you who Amnesty is. Amnesty is 5 bearded, bitter hippies.
Well, that's great coming from you, isn't it? Because when I first met you, you were a bearded hippie.
Yeah,
you may
but
not have,
I was never bitter.
Yes, you were.
I was not
You're
bitter.
You're bitter now.
Maybe after I met you, I was bitter.
Okay, let's not get personal. I mean, this is not hostility here.
We didn't call you Miss Lemon for nothing, you know.
Listen, let's just... Whoa! Let's cool it down now. We'll have Amnesty on next week with Ken Dodd, hopefully. Thailand. A bit more relaxed, the culture there, isn't it? They don't mind 11-year-old boys, that kind of thing.
Hold on, what are you saying?
Just that, you know...
No,
you're
always flannelling about.
All right.
What are you saying?
All right, I'll tell you what I'm saying.
Yes, what are you saying?
I, Alan Partridge...
Yes, I know who you are.
I'm saying to you... Adam Wells, you, in the 60s, you were a big shot. You went to loads of orgies with men and women at them.
Yes, and you're jealous because you weren't there.
I was at loads of barbecues. You were all over the place, seeing women here, women there, and dabbling all over the world.
How many women have you had, Alan?
That's irrelevant.
You had one.
So
you
what? The point is,
one.
and I've got 2 strapping children to show for it, and you haven't borne any children, have you? What am I saying? You have been spreading your seed but reaping no harvest.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're firing blanks. You are infertile.
Oh, no, you...
God's sakes. You can't
And
just
on
sit
that
here on a...
bombshell,
You can't just
on
sit
that
here on a...
bombshell, it's time to say that's all from the show this week. Me, Alan Partridge. Thanks to my guests, Lawrence Camley, Ali Tennant, Adam Wells, the writers and researchers, Steve Coogan, Patrick Marber, Rebecca Front, Stu McKeegan, David Schneider, and of course produced by Armando Iannucci. Thanks very much and good night.